Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to Evergreen Garden and drop a comment below telling me what you grow, because what you're about to learn can completely change how you feed your soil and your crops for the rest of your gardening life. This channel is for gardeners who want real results, not gimmicks. And today we're digging into a truth that most fertilizer companies hope you never fully understand. Nature has been growing abundant, nutrient-dense food for millions of years, without synthetic fertilizer, without bottles and without bags. Forests, grasslands and wild food systems don't get fed every 2 weeks, yet they remain productive year after year. The question serious gardeners must ask is not whether fertilizer works, but why nature doesn't need it and how we can apply those same systems in our own gardens, starting right now. Nature feeds plants through soil life, not through direct feeding. In natural ecosystems, plants are not fed directly the way we do in modern gardening. There is no one dumping nitrogen, phosphorus, or potassium at the roots. Instead, plants are fed indirectly through a living soil system. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, nematodes, insects, and earthworms form a complex underground economy where nutrients are constantly recycled. Leaves fall, roots die back, animals leave waste, and microbes break all of it down into plant-available forms. The plant does not take raw organic matter, it takes nutrients that microbes have processed. When gardeners apply fertilizer without building soil life, they are skipping the system and forcing growth. This works short-term, but weakens soil over time. To copy nature, the goal is not feeding plants, but feeding the soil that feeds the plants. Organic matter is nature's fertilizer factory working at the right speed. In the wild, soil is never bare. Organic matter is constantly added in small amounts, broken down slowly, and turned into humus. Humus is the dark, stable form of organic matter that stores nutrients and water while protecting them from being washed away. A healthy soil typically contains between 5 and 10% organic matter, while many garden soils sit below 2%. Increasing organic matter by just 1% can dramatically improve fertility. For a home garden bed, adding compost at a rate of 1 inch spread across the surface once or twice a year is enough to mimic natural input. That single inch equals roughly 5 kilograms per square meter, which is more than enough to feed microbes without overwhelming them. The key is consistency, not quantity. Plants work with microbes through root exudates to get exactly what they need. One of the most overlooked natural processes is how plants actively control their own nutrition. Plant roots release sugars, amino acids, and organic acids known as root exudates. These exudates attract specific microbes that specialize in unlocking certain nutrients. If a plant needs nitrogen, it releases signals that attract nitrogen-fixing or nitrogen-mineralizing organisms. If it needs phosphorus, it partners with mycorrhizal fungi that extend the root system up to 10 times its original reach. This is why over-fertilization breaks natural systems. When nutrients are dumped directly into the soil, plants stop feeding microbes, microbial populations collapse, and soil becomes dependent on external inputs. To restore this system, gardeners should avoid constant feeding and instead allow slight nutrient demand to stimulate biological activity. Nitrogen enters natural systems through fixation, not bags. Nature does not rely on fertilizer factories for nitrogen. It relies on biology. Leguminous plants such as beans, peas, clover, cowpeas, and groundnuts host nitrogen-fixing bacteria in their root nodules. These bacteria take nitrogen from the air and convert it into forms plants can use. In a garden, interplanting legumes or growing them as cover crops can supply a significant amount of nitrogen. A dense stand of cowpeas can fix between 50 and 100 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare in a season. For a small garden, this translates to letting legumes grow to flowering stage, then cutting them at soil level and leaving the roots in the ground. The roots continue releasing nitrogen as they break down, feeding the next crop naturally. Mycorrhizal fungi replace fertilizer by expanding the root system. In forests and undisturbed soils, mycorrhizal fungi form symbiotic relationships with plant roots. These fungi act as extensions of the root system, accessing water and nutrients that roots alone cannot reach. In exchange, plants feed the fungi sugars. This partnership is responsible for nutrient uptake in over 90% of plant species. Frequent tillage, chemical fertilizers, and fungicides destroy these networks. To encourage mycorrhizae, gardeners should minimize soil disturbance, avoid high phosphorus fertilizers, and keep living roots in the soil as much as possible. Even something as simple as leaving crop roots in place after harvest, instead of pulling them out, preserves fungal highways that benefit the next planting. Mulch is how nature protects, feeds, and regulates soil all at once. In natural systems, soil is always covered. Leaves, grass, bark, and plant residues form a protective layer that moderates temperature, prevents erosion, feeds microbes, and retains moisture. For gardeners, mulch is one of the most powerful tools to eliminate fertilizer dependence. Applying organic mulch at a thickness of 5 to 8 centimeters around plants feeds soil organisms slowly as it breaks down. Grass clippings, chopped leaves, straw, and dried weeds all work when applied correctly. A simple rule is to keep mulch slightly away from plant stems to avoid rot while maintaining full soil coverage elsewhere. Over time, this steady input replaces the need for external feeding. Diversity above ground creates stability and fertility below ground. Nature does not grow monocultures, and there is a reason for that. Different plants feed different microbes, mine different nutrients, and support different soil functions. A diverse garden creates a resilient underground ecosystem that constantly balances itself. Mixing deep-rooted crops like cassava or sunflowers with shallow-rooted vegetables improves nutrient cycling. Including flowering plants increases beneficial insect activity, which indirectly supports soil life through increased organic inputs. Even rotating crops seasonally prevents nutrient depletion and disease buildup. The more diverse the planting, the less intervention is required from the gardener. Water management determines whether nutrients stay or disappear. In nature, nutrients are not washed away because soil structure allows water to infiltrate slowly. Compacted soil causes runoff and nutrient loss, forcing gardeners to add more fertilizer. Improving soil structure through organic matter, mulch, and reduced tillage allows water to move downward gently, carrying nutrients into the root zone rather than away from it. A soil that holds moisture evenly allows microbes to stay active, which means nutrients are released steadily instead of in bursts. Proper watering combined with healthy soil eliminates the need for frequent feeding. When gardeners copy nature, fertilizer becomes optional, not essential. This does not mean nutrients are never needed. It means nutrients are supplied through systems instead of products. Compost replaces synthetic fertilizer by feeding microbes. Legumes replace nitrogen inputs. Mulch replaces constant feeding. Reduced disturbance preserves nutrient networks. When these systems are in place, plants grow slower but stronger, produce more resilient harvests, and resist pests and disease naturally. Gardens become easier to manage over time instead of harder. Nature is not careless, it is precise, efficient, and patient. When gardeners stop fighting natural systems and start copying them, the soil does the work, and fertilizer becomes a backup instead of a crutch. If this guide helped you rethink how you feed your garden, subscribe to Evergreen Garden, share this video with another serious grower, and leave a comment below telling me what natural method you already use or want to try next. This channel is about building gardens that last, and I'll see you in the next one.